Back in 2006, the Phoenix area was being rocked by two men driving around and shooting random people on the streets. While the serial shooters were out wreaking havoc, a serial rapist was also on the prowl, so needless to say, 2006 was kind of a strange time to be living in the area. Anyway, in the early summer of '06, two friends of mine from high school moved into an apartment complex about a mile from where I lived, and a lot of us would get together there to party and swim. Both of Thesey's friends were girls in their early 20s who mentioned a few times how they had these two creeper neighbors who always gave them a bad vibe. However, this wasn't exactly the best of neighborhoods, so none of us were really shocked to hear this. Well, the summer went on, and the serial shooters' attacks continued. Once they started making their way towards the East Valley, my friends and I opted to stay indoors most nights, as a lot of people did. Unfortunately, another friend of ours from high school, Robin Blasnek, was walking over to her boyfriend's house and wound up being the last victim of the shooters. She was shot about a mile from where I was living at the time. 4 days later, I was heading back to my friend's apartment when I noticed a massive amount of police cars and news vans in the front of the complex. The serial shooters, Dale Hausner and Samuel Dietemann, were living in the same complex as my two friends, and were the very creeper neighbors they were describing. We spent most of the summer only about 50 yards from their front door, drinking beers and loudly discussing what the possible motivations a person could have for wanting to go around and shooting people at random. Seeing them getting hauled away in handcuffs in the same area as where we spent a lot of time berating them was fucking surreal.